Happy Thursday, Sunset family. I hope this video finds you and your family well. And once again, tuning in to stay in touch with folks that we don't get to see as often nowadays. Sure do appreciate everybody that tunes in and watches as we try to bring you some kind of a video or update Monday through Friday. So thanks for doing that. If you tuned in yesterday, you even got to see some bloopers. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you didn't watch that yet from yesterday, that'll make you want to tune in and see. So much long to get back to being able to see folks face to face, and that will happen. That will take place at some point, but right now it's a lot of phone conversations, a lot of video conferencing, FaceTime, whatever means that may be. And I've been talking to a lot of people during the week on the phone, and I make a lot of calls, but sometimes people will call me, and I enjoy that. If you're just needing to talk to someone, you feel free to give me a call. But just earlier this week, I had a phone call from one of our members, a gentleman that's near and dear to my heart, and he and I have talked at length on different occasions. And he said, I was just thinking about you, and I wanted to call you and see how you were doing. So that meant a lot. And we had a conversation that day and talked about some of the things that had been going on, some of the things that may take place in the future. We just don't know how things will look in the weeks to come and maybe even further down the road than that. But he asked the question, he said, do you think this will change the dynamic of the church? And what ways will that happen? And that's something that I've wondered about, that I've talked to people about, and how that can even change it in a positive way. And I think that will happen too. But I often wonder if so many of the things we're thinking about right now, some of the answers that we're being given are coming out of fear of the unknown, not knowing exactly what could happen, the ultimate end result of all of this that we're going through right now. And I just got to thinking, I had a song in mind that we're going to sing here in a minute, and it really doesn't have anything to do with fear, but it's sort of the other side of fear. It has to do with being happy. And so many times when we're fearful or afraid, we're not happy. And that's kind of the thing that I was thinking about for our post this week. I came up with 5 verses, and you can go online and it'll share a lot of verses about fear and anxiety right now. So I know people are going through this, and one of the posts that I found shared 5 verses dealing with fear. And I want to share these with you and see if they're ones that would be helpful for you this week. First one is Deuteronomy 31:8. It says, he will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Are any of us dealing with discouragement right now? What about Romans 8:28? And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. What about Isaiah 43 and verse 1? Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. Now that's a comforting passage, isn't it? I have called you by name. You are mine. What about 1 John 4:18? Perfect love casts out all fear. Perfect love casts out all fear. And then finally, Psalm chapter 18 and verse 2. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. How will we be delivered from all of this? We know that at some point things will be different. We don't know exactly what that is. And I think so often, I'm afraid, there's that word afraid, that we make a lot of our decisions in a fearful manner, just not knowing what the future may hold. But we serve the same God that we served for our entire lives and for generations previous to us. The same God that delivered the Israelites time and time again. Do you think they ever faced fear? I'm sure they did. But that God is the one we serve today as well, our deliverer. You know, a song that's been stuck in my mind for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'm Happy Today. You guys probably know this song. I want to just read the first part of this first verse, because I think this is the key to this entire song, and maybe this idea of dealing with fear. I'm happy today. Oh, yes, I'm happy today. Now, if you stop that right there, you might say, I'm dealing with a lot. How can I be happy today? But that verse goes on to say, I'm happy today in Jesus Christ. I'm happy today. So there's the key. And that's the key to that song. And let's sing this together. This has 4 verses, and we're going to sing all 4 of them. And I think it's a tune that you're familiar with. If you're not, you will be by the time we get to verses 3 or 4. It goes, I'm happy today, and then I'm singing today, and then I'm praying today. So that's the verses. Sing along. I know you're probably watching this by yourself, maybe in your home or whatever, and no one's going to hear it. It doesn't matter even if they do. Brighten someone's day. I'm happy today, oh yes, I'm happy today in Jesus Christ. I'm happy today because He's taken all my sins away, and that's why I'm happy today. I'm singing today, oh yes, I'm singing today in Jesus Christ. I'm singing today because He's taken all my sins away, and that's why I'm singing today. I'm praying today, oh yes, I'm praying today in Jesus Christ. I'm praying today because He's taken all my sins away, and that's why I'm praying today. I'm happy today, oh yes, I'm singing today in Jesus Christ. I'm praying today because He's taken all my sins away, and that's why I'm sharing today. Hopefully you are sharing today in some way or another, staying in touch, talking to people, checking on people, praying for people. Over these last few days, I've been praying over the phone with different people, and that's something that's new to me. I haven't done that before, and that's just a different way of sharing with others, and they have seemed so receptive and appreciative for that. So let's share with one another in whatever way that may be. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully your life is very soon going to see some sort of normalcy. Maybe we can all get back out, get our hair cut. Someone just earlier today, referred to me as the woolly mammoth. He was a good friend, so he could get by with that. But you may be needing that haircut like I am. But let's pray for one another. Let's encourage one another. Let's check on one another. And we're all in this together. Thanks for tuning in today. Pray that your day will go well.